Today we're going to take a quick look at Samsung's S24 and Google's Pixel 8 Pro and some of their AI features and how they stack up to one another. Let's check it out. I think it's pretty well known that Google is the leader in voice-to-text on these phones, especially the Pixel 8 Pro. And Samsung has been trailing them all with their voice-to-text simply because of that Bixby. They're a little bit behind. But let's see if they've improved, especially with all these features. You've got that translate feature where it requires your voice to text. And if that's going to work, we have to go down to the basic and make sure that the voice to text is going to work. So let's compare the two phones. Okay, so I have both of them opened up in the app OneNote. I like to use OneNote because it works great across platforms. Now I'm going to go ahead and start the recording and just talk a little bit. We'll see how they do. Here we go. All right, got them all, or both of them, voice recording, period. Let's see how well they do. We know that Samsung struggles with punctuation, exclamation point. I'm not sure why they do, question mark. But the Pixel will do it automatically. Next line. The Pixel will also skip lines. You can't do that on the Samsung very well. Next line. And of course, the auto punctuation works great on the Pixel, but not on the Samsung, period. Now, of course, you can correct this afterwards using an app. It'll correct your spelling and punctuation. But if you're talking to somebody when you're transcribing, what a mess this could be, period. So as you can see there on both of them, it's pretty wild. Gotta turn that off. How different they are. You've got the Pixel here doing really well. I'm punctuating where I tell it to. It missed one here, and it does the next line without a problem. The Samsung doesn't do too well on that. And punctuations only go when I tell it to. I can see here it put a period after punctuation and then an exclamation point. So between the two, clearly the Pixel is the winner. Now you can step up the game on the Samsung a little bit by changing some settings. Let's go in here to settings and we'll change the keyboard settings and we'll go to voice input. I have another video that shows you how to do this if you want to go back and watch that. And you choose Google Voice now. Now with Google Voice, it'll be a little better. And let's do another quick test and see how well that does. Okay, now I've got the Samsung set up with the Google Voice to Text. Let's see if it does any better. So we're testing it now with the Google Voice to Text. Let's see if it does punctuations a little better, question mark. And will it keep up with the Pixel? They are both running pretty much neck and neck at the same speed, it appears like, period. I wonder how it's going to turn out in the end, question mark. So you can see the Samsung does a little bit better with the Google Voice to Text turned on. So now I'm hoping that'll translate into the other apps like translation, because wouldn't it be horrible if you're translating something and it picks up the wrong word? You can insult somebody and not know it. That would be horrible. I'm not going to bother with doing translate right now because I can't speak another language and I wanted this to be a quick video. Now, another feature that I think that Samsung is failing on is the AI in photo editing. Let's take a quick look. I used this picture sample in another video, but we're going to go a little deeper this time. So first off, I'm going to talk about the shadow feature. Of course, you have the Samsung with this new object erase feature. You press that and then you have right here, it says shadow erase or erase shadow. And you click it, it does this little AI thing and it erased the shadow. And look what it did. It erased the shadow down here, but not up here. There's the face. Let's see what we can do over here. On the Pixel, it does not have shadow eraser, but what it does have is portrait light. Turn on portrait light, and you can see right there his face lit up already, and you can light it up even more. Now, look at the two. Which one do you see better? There's still shadow on the Samsung. The shadow has all pretty much been cleared up on the Pixel with the light. Now, the bonus here though, with Samsung, you can go into Samsung or you can go into Google Photos and use the portrait light on the Samsung to do a little better, but that's not the point here. We're looking at supposedly AI features to help us with our photos, and I think Samsung is really failing here. Now, there may be other situations where it does great on a shadow. If you could just do this and it doesn't unbalance the picture like you got here with half a shadow, I think you're better off with the Pixel 8. Now let's go one better. We're going to save both of these. Done, save. And then what I'm going to do is I want to get rid of this little tile in front of my grandson. Let's see what it does. Let's check it out. First, let's go ahead and erase the object here with the Samsung. It's really nice. You circle it and it gives you that dotted line. I really like that. Let's erase it. And what are we going to get? We really just kind of get a blob. It's gone, but there's a blob. Let's see what we can do here on the Pixel. The Pixel will do the same thing if we use Magic Eraser, because that's all they're using really here is Magic Eraser. But let's go ahead and do Magic Eraser on the Pixel just to prove it. Here's Magic Eraser. Of course, they all want to give suggestions. So here's Magic Eraser. It does the same thing. Okay, actually it's a little better. You don't see the outline of the circle like you do here. So even on the Pixel, it did a little bit better with Magic Eraser, but we don't want to do that. Let's check this out. Let's do something different. Let's go to what's called Magic Editor. First, it wants you to back up the photo that you have in case you don't like what it does. So you go into Magic Editor, and let me go ahead and circle this item. Whoop, don't want to circle him. Go back. Let's circle this item. Whoop, didn't get enough of it. So as you can see here, the Pixel gives you options. Look at that, it's put a onesie on them. Some of these things may not look so great, but you could just pick one of the four and go with that. I think it looks really cool having the onesie versus the blurred image you get on the Samsung. Now there you go, a couple of features as promised. You see, in my view, the Samsung is behind the Pixel. The Pixel Pro is still, or the Pixel 8 is still ahead of the game with the AI features that are available right now. I'm hoping for an update on the Samsung, which should improve things. But right now, I'd be scared to death to do the translate. You know, maybe there's some other people having some good experience. But me, because of the way I fumble some of my words, I'd be in trouble. So look to the future for more AI features on these things. They both have that circle to search. They both do translating. I just didn't want to take the time to do that today. So make sure to stick around for more features. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. And before you leave, smash that like button. Let me know that you enjoyed this video. It helps out the channel. Thanks for hanging with me today. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.